Welcome back to Carrie Bug Books. I'm Steph.
I'm Grace.
And you know the drill. These are our least favorite books we've read or DNF'd from August 2024 to August 2025.
Actually, I think it's been a bit longer for some of these. We haven't done a shelf purge in a while, but this is an unhaul. We're giving them away to make room for only the best on our shelves.
Yes. I'm excited to hear you talk about some of these. I think it'll be controversial.
If I can remember them, let's get into it. Love Lies in Cherry Pie by Jackie Lau. This book is one that we picked up on our never-ending search for a romance that we actually liked. I chose this one out of all of the romance on the romance shelf because the cover reminds me of Pushing Daisies.
Oh my god, Pushing Daisies.
Romance.
If any of y'all have not seen Pushing Daisies, let us recommend it to you. I love Pushing Daisies. Top tier show, top tier romance. If that show was a romance book, I'd be all for it.
Absolutely. I'm sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute.
Cute.
This book was not like that.
No.
I DNF'd it after the 5th chapter. I always give a book 5 chapters. I couldn't read anymore. It was a combination of the writing style, the characters. The premise was like a fake dating trope. That was the premise, but the point of view of the main character and her perspective, it was very, I'm an awkward millennial and I trip and I fall and I'm trying to be quirky and cute, but I don't know what I'm doing because I'm just a nerdy writer.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing. The main character is a writer, and every chapter opens with like a quote from some famous writer, and the main character is also very insecure about being a writer, and it just, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand her.
She sounds insufferable.
It was just an ick. I'm sure maybe it would have developed into a cute love story, but I couldn't do it. I could not get into this one.
I guess this is from both of us. We've DNF'd or taken off our shelf the Giver trilogy. Those are one of those books that you read for school and you just sort of have read it.
I think we read this
long
when we
time
were
ago.
like 12.
Yeah, forever ago.
I remember nothing.
Nothing. I remember the movie coming out.
I know it was like in black and white. There's a whole plot point where he's learning to see colors.
Yeah.
But also it's about like
The twist is
how
the world is
abortion
bad
wrong
or something.
somehow.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, we don't really care to understand the book. Didn't leave a lasting impression on us, obviously, so
Kind of outgrown it.
doesn't really need to be on our shelves.
Okay. Hear me out.
You bet we better hear you out.
Yeah, hear me
This
out.
is a very unpopular opinion. What are you talking about? Secret history, the dark academia of it all. Come on.
Okay, listen. It's Donna Tartt. She's an excellent writer. It's well written, the characters, the prose, the environment. It's all very immersive and enjoyable to read. And I read this in its entirety. All 500 pages of it, I read it cover to cover.
Thick book.
Yeah. So why am I giving it away? It's hard to put into words. There's just these moments where I finished the book and I was like, okay. But I would think back on all of these little moments where I was like, what was the point? There was a moment in the middle of the book where, actually it's not really the middle, it's more towards the beginning. The main character is in this freezing shack over the winter. He's chosen to stay in this freezing shack because he doesn't want to admit to all his cool college friends that he lives in California. I think it's California. I don't know. Some rinky-dink town. He doesn't want to go home to his rinky-dink town over Christmas break. So he wants to be like, I stayed here because I'm rich or something. None of his friends know. And so he forces himself to like almost get hypothermia and die in this shack over Christmas break. And it was so immersive. I was like, oh my god, freezing, he's freezing to death. But then I was like, what are we doing? I thought this book was about murdering a child. You know, like, it's just, what was the point? And then at the end, I finished the book, and the ending is bizarro. I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, bizarre. And there was one moment from the main character's point of view. I'll put it on the page because I don't know how to put it into words. I'll put it on the fucking screen. It really caught me off guard. He's weird. He is weird, the main character. And I'm like, it came out of nowhere too. And I just closed the book feeling like, okay. And I feel like I need to read The Goldfinch now because I remember reading critiques of The Goldfinch where it was like the ending just meandered on, like what the fuck? And that's kind of how I felt reading this story. So I'm like, is this a trend?
With Donna Tartt, she just can't write an ending.
Exactly. Is this a trend? Do I need to really go into The Goldfinch thinking like that too? I don't know. It was good. It's a good book.
So
but
did you not like the characters or anything? Or?
No, the characters were fine.
And the story was fine? You just didn't like the way events didn't seem to matter or something?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've read this too, but it just... Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. I just closed it and I was like,
okay.
And it's been a while. But I remember just feeling disappointed.
Well,
I could describe to you all the interesting stuff that happened, but I wouldn't want or need you to read it. You know? When I finished East of Eden, I was like, you need to read this.
Yeah, this is an experience everyone should share.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I finished this, now obviously it's good writing, but you don't need to read it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, that's my hot take. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, very hot take. People are ride or die for that book.
Well, it doesn't get easier after this. I have another hear me out. Okay?
Uh-oh.
It's another one where I don't know how I'm going to explain this. I read this cover to cover. I finished all of it. I was entertained. The plot, the characters, the entire concept of interviewing this famous celebrity and, ooh, she's gonna tell all, and oh my god, she's gay, or... That's the other thing. No, she's bi, and we'll get to that. There were just a few aspects of her queerness that were a little bit almost biphobic, and her love interest particularly was just like, that's not real. You're a slut. She called her a whore. I'll put it on the screen.
What?
I'll put it on the fucking
Her
screen.
love interest was like, you're not bi?
Her one love interest that was a woman said, that's not real. And she got angry at her for like loving men. Because she has 7 husbands. She loves some of them.
Oh,
and
right.
Her love interest that was a woman was like, that's not real. You're just doing this because the world, oh my god, you know?
Oh.
And she would not admit that she actually did love some of the men that she was with. And it was just weird because then at the end, the Evelyn and the girl, I don't even remember her name, Evelyn and the girl get married, and Evelyn says to herself, she's like, this was the truest, realest love I ever had. I'm like, so what the fuck was all the other... You said you loved these other people too.
Yeah.
Is only gay love real?
Yeah,
it just
like
felt weird.
internalized biphobia.
Exactly. It just
do you think
weird.
the book was like trying to be like, she has internalized biphobia or something?
Like, Maid... No, because Evelyn herself is just like, I love who I love or whatever. But the book... Like the author, I guess, but that doesn't make sense. So I don't know. It just came off weird. It gave me a weird feeling, whether it was intentional or not. But really, my main hang up with the book is this crazy plot point that happened with Harry and Nick. She was married to one of them. I don't remember who. Crazy plot point. I'm not gonna spoil it, but. No, I'm gonna spoil it. They get into a car crash, those two people. Harry and Nick.
Okay.
And one of them dies or something.
Oh.
And Evelyn comes across the scene somehow, I don't remember how, and she makes it look like the other person was driving drunk alone or something, so that they wouldn't be, like, found out as gay. And so she, like... It was bizarre. She pulls him out of the car and makes the scene look, wipes the fucking fingerprints off so that because there was a whole part, and this is the part of the book that I actually liked. They were in a sort of like lavender marriage or whatever that's called, where the gay people look like they're straight couples, but they're actually gay for each other. That part I liked. I was like, oh my god, this is kind of cute. And then she turns around and was like, no one can find out he's gay. And then she like takes him to the hospital and he's covered in blood. And then he just dies there. And then she gets married to her lesbian lover.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Bizarre. And I think she has a child with this man or something. It made me hate her. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was baffled.
Problematic main character, but not in a cool way.
Not in a cool way. Just a like, there's something wrong.
Oh, okay.
Well, not even in a, there's something wrong with you, because I support women's wrongs. In books.
In books,
you know?
yeah.
But
I
like,
can read a problematic
why would you
character.
decide to do that? It makes no logical sense.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Okay.
I did not like it.
Oh, yeah, the Water Outlaws. I feel like we put this on our list a while ago, like a long time ago.
It's been on our shelf.
Yeah, for a while. And so when I finally started reading, I don't even remember why we wanted it, though. That's the question. Like, why did we want this one specifically? But anyway, reading it, I liked the premise. It was about, girls, found family, queerness possibly, taking down the corrupt government, the corrupt system. Love that. Love the idea of that.
Did you
and
finish
I liked
this?
I got 5 chapters. And I liked the time period it was set in, it was like interesting. I couldn't get past the writing style and the characters. Writing style, clunky, awkward. It kept like sort of going off on weird tangents. There was a magic system they tried to introduce. Made no sense.
Was this a YA book or?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. And then some of the characters reminded me of, it just felt very, what is it called? Like tropes. You know how characters have specific tropes? Like, there's the tough guy, there's the stoic one, it felt very tropey.
Like their archetype.
Yeah, that's the word, archetypes. Some of the characters felt very archetypal, and it just wasn't doing it for me. I couldn't get into it because of that. And so, I don't know if this is a series or something. Maybe other people like this book, but wasn't for me.
Alone with You in the Ether. Another one. I read it front to back.
Alone with You in the Ether.
Yes.
Is this the one that had bees on it?
Yes, it has the bees.
Oh.
the one about bees.
That one.
Yeah. I liked it, but it didn't wow me. I was just like, huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just missed that wow factor.
It just missed it. I don't know why. I don't know what's missing. No, it wasn't the ending. It was just...
You didn't connect with the ending?
No, and I felt the characters were believable, and the writing was good. Maybe
This is a theme with you. I know. You like books, but not enough.
It's good enough, and good enough's not good enough, all right? It's gotta be great. I can't explain to you the difference between good and great, though. That's the problem. Anyway... I guess it just got boring. I got bored.
Oh, okay. Like was it stuff you've already read before, sort of boring, or just?
I remember feeling like I could predict where it was going.
Okay.
Like, okay, they're gonna have a fight here, but they're gonna make up at the end, and it's all gonna be happy. And I was just like, I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Another X for the romance genre. Sorry, romance.
Romance. One of these days. But not one of those
today.
days.
The Maid. I barely made it to the 5th chapter. I hated it. The writing style, the character, the main character, I could just tell right off the bat this was not for me. It was not made for me.
Oh.
And that's all I have to say.
Wait, what was this? Was this horror? What was
this? This was mystery.
Oh, mystery. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
No.
That sucks. Oh, the Revolution of Marina M. Right. Oh, man. I remember reading this forever ago. It was a long time ago. Like,
Yeah.
It was a long time
And it was like
ago.
a spontaneous buy.
Yeah.
When we didn't have our sister.
Yeah, I think we got it at like Half Price Books or something.
Yeah.
It just wasn't pulling me in. I couldn't connect with the main character specifically. I liked the premise because apparently it's about, this woman from a privileged background learning, potentially, to become some sort of revolutionary. It's sort of like historical fiction about like Russia, set in Russia, and the revolution, some sort of revolution going on. And I wanted to know more about the revolution. I wanted to know more about fighting back against, corruption in Russia or whatever. But this main character would have none of it. She didn't understand why the revolution was happening. She didn't understand why these people were fighting back. She didn't care that her friend was involved. She just wanted to, have for her boy toy out in the countryside. It felt, maybe that's not exactly what happened, but it felt like that. I was getting annoyed, and so I put it down. Maybe someone with a more generous heart can give this book a chance, because it's a thick book. It's got substance in there. It can't all be nothing. But it was annoying me, so I put it down. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this one. Issunboshi. Yeah, we needed a graphic novel. Picked up this one. The art looked pretty. I can't remember if I saw this in the bookstore and just picked it up or if I saw it like online somewhere. I don't remember. Anyway, read it. It's a very short book. It felt very fast-paced, but it also felt like it was jam-packed. Like they tried to stuff as much as they could in there, And it felt like it needed to be like a long series that introduced all these characters that they wanted to introduce. And because of that, the main character sort of suffered for it. You couldn't really get invested in it for too long. Just wasn't for me. A little too YA, a little too juvenile, but not bad. The Art Thief. Why did we get this one? It's just in the art genre.
Historical fiction, I think.
No, it's not fiction.
Oh.
I think it was just in our art genre. We need something about art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I've heard good things about this book. It's a well-written book. And the topic is really interesting about this man, the most prolific art thief of all time. Sort of about his life and his motives and stuff. And then at the end, it wrapped up very quickly. I couldn't tell if the writer wanted me to sympathize with the man and be like, see, this is all he's ever known. Or did he want me to be like, and now the art world is forever changed because of this man's, greed or whatever. I couldn't really pin down what I was supposed to feel about it. But also, the book is pretty long for a generally short topic. I don't know. I just felt like this could have been an article. Like, I didn't need to know everything about this man. In the end, I was just like, okay, interesting. The end. Could have read, 5-page essay about this.
Yeah.
I didn't need to have all that. And it doesn't need to be on our shelves for forever, It was just an interesting little story.
Yeah. Your Shadow Half Remains. I bought this book because the description reminded me of Bird Box. I love that book. It's great. I started reading this and I realized it is way too similar to Bird Box. And I was just getting annoyed because I was like, I could just reread a better book.
Was this written after Bird Box?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So
it's like
crazy.
Almost the exact same premise, except instead of like... No, because they do blindfold themselves. Instead of a monster coming around that when you look at it, you go crazy, like in the Bird Box, it's if you look in somebody else's eyes, you go crazy and kill them and yourself or whatever.
Oh.
So first of all, how is anybody alive,
Yeah.
period? How did they even figure that out fast enough to, like, discover that? I think there was supposed to be some kind of twist towards the end, because I flipped towards the end. We're like, she's actually been crazy this whole time, or whatever. I just did not care. I don't need another one of these.
Yeah.
Bird Box is good
Bird
enough.
Box checked the box
Exactly.
for me about this.
The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Oh yeah, I read this on our trip, and I don't know if it was just the mood I was in, or the way I haven't read a thriller or a mystery in a while. I was just annoyed. I was like, tell me what the fuck is happening already. I could predict what was happening, and then things would happen the same way I predict, and I was like, God, it was too obvious. And I'm like, well, wait, maybe that's the
actually the point of mysteries.
But I
to,
just
like, deduce it out.
my mood just kept declining while I was reading it. Instead of being like hooked on it, I was just like, oh, get this over with.
Dang.
Tell me what happens. And then at the end, the most bonkers, ridiculous, out of nowhere. I was pissed off that it was so
Like-
fucking
like,
predictable this whole time. And then at the end, you're gonna throw this in. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I can't keep it. I was just annoyed. Does my body offend you? I read around 5 chapters. It's good. It's a young adult book, but it's just not for us. Not made for us. You know, it's good. It's well written, but don't need to keep. The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gold. Last but not least. This one is another one I read a while ago, and it's another mystery where I was just feeling annoyed. I was like, I can tell where this is going, I think, and if I think it's going in the way that I think it is, I'm gonna be pissed off. And if it wasn't going in that way, I was gonna be pissed off more, because then you're just wasting my time with all these I don't know why mystery has not been doing it for me.
You're just not in the mood for
I
mystery.
guess not. No, not it for me.
Phew, we made it. Hopefully that was coherent. Yeah, coherent enough. Goodbye to these books. You will not be missed. We're moving on to better things. Thanks for watching.